Because I also know, like, when I have used systems like Things 3 or Todoist in the past for content projects like this, it tends to get a little bit bloated. I need a place to manage checklists for content projects to be able to just keep track of status on them versus a list of things to do. Status is probably the more important aspect for big picture projects like content where there's a specific process that it goes through. And so I'll just show you the content calendar right now inside of Notion. It's very simple, but I have a couple of templates out here. This is a live stream show that I've been thinking about trying to do at some point. Toolbox Tips is a newsletter that I've been trying to do. Process is my previous podcast. YouTube video, Think With Me Thursday. Those are the two that I mainly do. And so you can see that I have, go back a month. You can see I have completed live streams, videos. Some of these videos were edited out of a live stream. So I clipped it and then published it because they tend to do better that way. The information is really valuable. Not everybody's going to sit down and watch an hour or a 90-minute live stream, but they will watch a 10-minute video clip from a live stream and then they might join a live stream at some point later in time. And so that's where some of these have come from. And then I have some editing to catch up on. I have some live streams I need to go back and edit. So a couple weeks, the last 3, 4 weeks, I've got to go through and clip stuff. I use a tool called Descript to get all that done. But for example, inside of here, we'll look at today's. My It's really simple how I structure these. I am just bullet listing what I'm digging into. I'm plugging something that week. So today we're plugging channel memberships. If you're not a channel member, be sure to join. Hit the join button below. Just support what we're doing here at Effective. And then where am I sending people next? I always want to be thinking about, hey, if there's something more of value for you, where can you go? For a YouTube video, this is another video on the channel. Or maybe it's signing up for a guide. For these live streams, the channel memberships is going to be the main plug. But if you want just something to consume next, I have a guide called a weekly review checklist where you can go in and you can learn the basics of a weekly review if you want to brush up on that. And then I just have a description where I can easily copy and paste all the links that I want to share inside of the description for people who come to it later. On a normal video, this one here. So I did a video this week on building a productivity system based upon your career type. There's a few different things that I'm tracking inside of here. First is the first 15 seconds. What is that intro, that hook? And then what's the thumbnail going to be? What's the title going to be? And where am I sending folks? As I mentioned, this is literally a video that I'm pointing people to. And I'm outlining it, making sure that I'm hitting all the stuff, that I'm writing the description so it's easy in there. I have a little checklist, and I haven't been using these as much as I should or need to, but I will do that. I do have a number. So getting back to the idea of status here. For these types of projects, status is more important to me than a list of things to do because it shows me the stage at which things are at. So you can see I have idea, outlining and prep, creation, editing, distribution, and completed. Idea is just a big picture idea. Outlining and prep is making sure that I'm filling out all the things that need to be taken care of. Creation is literally sitting down and actually making it. Editing is what it sounds like. It's editing it to get ready to publish. And then distribution is how am I going to repurpose that content and share it in new ways? So for a live stream like this, distribution is taking clips of it and putting them on the YouTube channel. It can also be taking an idea and sharing it with other people in different ways. So such as a YouTube community post or a Twitter post, a LinkedIn post, getting the word out in other places. I'm trying to be more intentional about creating distribution plans for content. And so using a tool like Todoist, OmniFocus, or Things 3 feels a little bit limiting for these kinds of projects because the work is a little bit more nebulous, but it's also much more involved than just checking off a box and churning out widgets.